you know, WhatsApp blasting every turn of events in the session this week as, you know, a lot of government employees and retirees have their eye on this health insurance choice bill, which is now going to be voted on by senators. So we wanted to bring you on, Joe. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you all?
Hanging in there. How you doing? I know you've been watching intently.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know, there was a slight hitch, but it did not impact negatively. There were several female senators on the Democratic side that wanted this motion to pass, where to set aside or to basically say goodbye for now, this whole issue of choice. They didn't get majority of the vote. So you had Sabina, Therese, Regine, Talina, and Kelly Marsh Taitano, who were hoping that this is something bigger than God, actually, and that there were a lot of questions in their minds that still remain unanswered, and they just wanted it to be more clear and the more sure. A lot of these folks, to be honest, are very new to this whole concept of insurance. They themselves have never really taken a classes in insurance negotiations, neither have they ever been party to it. So they're taking third-party information, and I clearly understand.
Tell me how you really feel.
I mean, way to upsell it. Bigger than God. That's
Yeah, definitely God is great. We are now at the juncture where we just need to vote on the opportunity for this particular age-old. You know, we have a long practice of over 50 years option to select who we want. So the retirees especially, they're saying that if I pay for my premium, I should be able to choose who I pay that premium to. So some of the whole situation about the 11 million, I'll give you an example. The director of administration says, oh, you know, the highest amount of any negotiated contract in the Guam is the Guam Health Insurance. Well, he's wrong. It's the fuel contract. Let's be honest about that. You know, let's not throw, you know, white smoke there. We're not talking about getting a pope. So we're not looking for white smoke for a pope. We're looking for something that the people of Guam wanted. And I'll give you an example, and this is really true. And oftentimes, even in the public hearing, Sabrina and Chris, I spoke about this. And it's, you know, we're giving the ability to choose our own health plan. This is a long life practice of 50 years back. You know, I don't want to go into a setting where I am calling in an insurance company and there's these preset phone calls that need to be rethought. You know, our subscribers don't want to hear a robot on the other side, so to speak, or please punch 1. No, you just failed. Punch 2. Well, go back to 0.
I think I did a skit about this back in the day.
I'm very old-fashioned that way. But
press 1 and hang on for 30 minutes.
I know.
Oh, should have pressed 2.
I know, but can I talk just a little bit, and so that, you know, other people can call in if they are calling in. I need to talk about something that most people don't talk about, and this is the reality. If there are 2 or 3 insurance offerers and they charge slightly more than the additional risk of not being exclusive, I know that's a big word, but just give me a chance to explain it. The government contract, as we see it, and has been always for many years, requires that the insurance company, in this case Aetna, shall return excess premium. If their claims are low and they don't rise to this 86th percentile of the total annual premium they've charged. It's simple. Listen to the simplicity. The insurance company cannot overcharge. The government and the insured subscriber, us, the Guam employees, and our over 20,000 non-government subscriber dependents on our family plans. Did you know we have that many?
Yeah, I mean, I got an idea because that's our yeah, how many kids are on their parents' insurance?
So this is my comment. This is my mantra for the day. The government contract stipulates this refund to the government of Guam if the premium was too high in relation to the claims they paid. So if the annual audit of insurance claims continues and verified that $100 million, keep that in your mind, $100 million is charged as a premium, then at least $86 million must be paid as a valid claim. So if only $80 million is paid as a claim, then the insurer, Aetna in this case, or Select Care, or whoever the carriers were in the past, would refund the government of Guam $6 million. So think about it. The insurance company can only retain 14% to cover their overhead costs. That means that their risk that the claims may go over 100% and to cover their profits, if any. So did you know that from 2011 to 2017, my dear people of Guam, monies were refunded to the government of Guam by the participating insurance company that has accumulated between 2011 to 2017 the amount of $25 million. And here we are talking about $11 million superfluous. You know how it is. There's pet projects out there. That $11 million could go somewhere else. Why not give it back to us? But then again, think about it. Between 2011 and 2017, monies were refunded to this government of Guam by participating insurers. So who were the insurance companies between 2011 and 2017? We know who they are. They've paid back the government of Guam $25 million. So sometimes it's called what we say retrospective rating, where the actual premium charge is based on the actual claim paid at the end of the coverage period. So there you go. I kept saying that in the public hearing. I believe one of the insurance companies talked about it, but that went under the table. It was like water over, or spilled water. None of the centers caught it. But absolutely, let's talk about the $11 million. You know what? This is not looking for a pope. We're not looking for white smoke. Not at all. This is simple English, simple math.
I just think it's interesting how they try to get BBMR and DOA down the legislature at the hardest time. But the way I look at it is, like, when they send a fiscal note, that means they're trying to stop something, you know?
And then the more recesses, that was pissing me off. The more recesses, I said, oh my God, this is going to get worse. But you know what? Pedo may not have the English 400 graduate school English, but he spoke in Chamorro and he threw everybody under the bus because he's passionate about taking care of the elders. Elders live on a fixed income. We know this. And they cannot be put in a situation where it's really bad. And I'll tell you why. I think as a negotiator, I was always looking, I was focusing consistently on the Medicare fee schedule. Why? Because that Medicare fee schedule has some commercial payment rates that remain the same over the period of time. So what does that mean? This could be the leverage for the negotiation team that says, hey, wait a minute, you're not paying 100% because we've got a lot of retirees who aren't paying, you're not paying for them 100% because their Medicare is paying the majority. You are a secondary subscriber. You're not the primary, you're secondary. So you're saving buku. You're saving millions. Because why? The greatest Medicare group insurance is covering the Manamcos. So if they were worth it then, why isn't it not worth it today? You know, let these contracts live in perpetuity without trying to figure out how to negotiate when that cost is factored in. So here, Sabrina.
Joe, we're up against the top of the hour, but I just want to ask you, do you think that we have the votes for the choice bill?
Yes, we do.
What do you anticipate the governor will do when that gets to her desk, or are you more concerned with getting this out of the Guam Congress Hall first?
I think the bill, if anyone followed this, gives the governor the opportunity. At first, there was this big issue of, okay, the insurance negotiators have to choose. Then all of a sudden, the consumer, us, gets to choose. And then the governor gets to choose. And the language has to be clean, which was made clean yesterday by the legal counsel, who is WAMPAT, stated clearly that we cannot take away the governor's rights to making the final decision. She's the Magahaga. And under the Organic Act of Guam, she is the bomb, pardon the expression. We won't say that in any airport. But she is the head, and we need to start trusting in the head. We need to trust Lilian Bell. I really believe that. We need to trust her.
Okay, Joe. We wanted to get you on, and hey, I'm enjoying your play-by-play with the session there.
Okay, you take care, and God
Thank
bless
you.
Guam, and God bless our governor.
All right. 801. Wash your hands. That's Joe Cameron, of course. We're KUAM FM. Hagatnya, Guam. It's the KUAM News Takeover, Guam's favorite, containing COVID, all proudly brought to you by Cabo Enterprises, Ambrose Inc., IT&E, Coast 360, and the Bank of Guam. Good morning to our viewers on KUAM TV 11. We're throwing the last half of the show on for you guys as you drink your coffee and hopefully dipping that biscucha this morning. It's 8:02. We'll take a break and come back with a dive into the day's COVID-19 headlines next on Containing COVID. Good morning.